swing, and there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye!
Deep to right field, ranging back Tatis, all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. Here it comes. And the throw. Not in time. And this one is over.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another post-game show. And I guess there's only one thing to say.
Oh no! We suck again!
We suck again. Ramos 5-1-0. Baseball, if we don't play. Let's get it over with. Let's get the pain over with. Let's get the suffering over with. Let's get the recap over it. Move on to another game. Blake Snell today takes the mound for the Giants. Pitched pretty well. But when you can't hit, you can't win. How many games in a row have the Giants scored 3 runs or less? At least 4 games. It's really bad. Like, the Giants just unable to score runs. Yesterday they got a win, but barely. 3 runs. Day before that, 3 runs. Day before that, 3 runs. I know, because all 3 games in Colorado were 3 runs. And in fact, if you go before that, the last game before the All-Star break, the Giants scored 3 runs against the Twins. Before that, is that right? If I'm remembering right, before that, they scored like 2 runs and lost. Every single day, it's 2 or 3 runs. 2 or 3 runs ain't going to cut it. Since when is 2 or 3 runs? Just think of a pitcher who has an ERA of like 2 point something. That's a freaking damn good ERA. That means that pitcher only allows 2 or so runs per 9 innings. That's legit. That's elite. That's what the Giants are scoring on a nightly basis right now. We're making pitchers look like freaking Hall of Famers. What is up? How did you get a membership? Someone must have gifted you one. We gift them out here. I said if the Giants swept this series, I was going to gift out 25 memberships. Well, that's already over. That's already a wrap. Couldn't even win game 1. And, again, Snell pitched pretty well. And for all I know, he may be on the trading block. But Blake Snell, 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run. Give me 1 second. Okay, so, oh my goodness, what an unfortunate freaking game. But, I mean, the one guy who we can look at besides Snell, and some of the bullpen looked okay today, but the one guy to really look at, because if you'd have told me a player, if you'd have told me preseason, someone is going to hit a home run in 4 consecutive freaking games, the last man I would have picked to accomplish that feat I would have made you a list. Bailey, Ramos, Chapman, Yaz maybe, Soler, maybe even Wade Jr., who knows? The last guy I would have thought was Tyler Fitzgerald. Home run in 4 consecutive games. 4 consecutive games. Go Dodgers. The Giants still have a chance. It's not over. Wait. Go Dodgers. You mean go away Dodgers. Go away Dodgers. Exactly. This is just Manuel Zavala. Buy vets. We need to rebuild. Let the young players play. Damn, Blue Jays didn't want him. Johnny Cage. Why not? Oh, yeah. Teoscar went deep today. Whoever gifted me the membership, thank you so much. And yeah, the mask is off. Okay, let's get to this. Let's recap this one, guys. Now, honestly, like, it was a close game in isolation. I'm not mad about this game. Like, this is an acceptable game against the Dodgers, against a good team. Against River Ryan, and River Ryan's a really good prospect, good solid pitcher. But Problem is, Giants do this every night. 2-3 runs every night. So Ryan today goes 4, 5 1/3, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, allowed 0 earned runs. And the Giants offense has just been reeling, other than pretty much a couple of exceptions. Bailey had a couple of hits today. What did he go 0 for 4 yesterday? A couple of hits today. Ramos has obviously played a great season, but he's not exactly been tearing it up since the All-Star break. 0 for 4 today. Wade Jr. with a couple of hits. That's all well and good. But it's only Tyler Fitzgerald, home run in 4 consecutive games, OPS of 917. Chapman bat looks slow, complete disaster. GG's, an L is an L. That is true. No, man, it is true. It is. If anything, I'd rather lose big, because at least you know you lost a game where you have a chance to win. The Giants had the lead at one point. Did they not? Or did they just tie it? Maybe they just tied it. No, they did have the lead because they scored first in this game. So basically what happened today, top of the 4th inning, the San Francisco Giants got on the board. And I can't remember exactly how. Was it a wild pitch? And I think it was a wild pitch or a pass ball. Let me bring up the summary because I can't remember what. I think it was a pass ball that got by Will Smith. Yeah. That was the pass ball on the walk, got by Will Smith. 1-0 Giants. But then, of course, Teoscar Hernandez with the big fly tied it up. Dodgers then took the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning on a course. Teoscar Hernandez, basically the Los Angeles Dodgers version of Aaron Judge, walked the man. On to the 7th inning, the Giants scored one more on the bomb from Tyler Fitzgerald. Too little, too late, because the Dodgers would take a lead in the bottom of the 8th on the Kike Hernandez hit a double. And then, of course, who else? Guess who drove in the run to take the lead? Teoscar Hernandez. He drove in all 3 runs. Yeah, they converged on the ball, Robert Rothberg, and should have made that catch. That was Ramos and what was it? I don't remember. It was Ramos and either Yaz or Matos, but yeah, they converged on that ball and let it fall. That was a really disappointing play right there. Definitely should have made that play. At the big league level, you always got to make that catch. I can understand at some lower levels, you're learning. Okay, let the kids play. Little league, okay. Major leagues, you make that catch. But, you know, it happens, and the Giants just don't have room for error. They do not have room for error. By the way, Soler, 0 for 3 today. Conforto didn't do much today. Matos has really been struggling. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Yaz did nothing today. Struck out 3 times. 3 gosh darn times? What is going on? Chapman bat looks slow. I wonder how many times Yaz has struck out this year. It's not good. I mean, he's a high strikeout dude. Let's just be honest. Except, you know, when you strike out that much, you want to have, 30, 40 home runs to make up for it. Yaz this year, 228 at bats, 71 strikeouts. It's actually not as bad as I thought. 71 strikeouts this year. And just 22 walks to compare that. 71 strikeouts, 22 walks. It's not great, man. It's not great. We need better production out of some of these guys. We need offense. We could only score on a passed ball and a solo home run by Fitz. What a joke of a team. Let's not forget we got dominated by a no-name. I mean, not just a no-name, big league debut. River Ryan, and they cut a guy who pitched well against the Giants earlier this year in James Paxton. They DFA'd James Paxton to make room for River Ryan, and James Paxton was 8-2. James Paxton was 8-2 with a 4-something ERA. It wasn't like he was having a bad year. And they brought up River Ryan, and he didn't give up an earned run. He has a 0.00 career earned run average. And I liked him in college. He was a good pitcher. I think the Padres drafted him in like the 19th round, something crazy. Off the double check and look that up. But I remember River Ryan, and I want to say he got drafted maybe it was the 9th, but I think it was like 19th round. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you got a shout out. Okay, it was the 11th round in the 2021 draft. 11th round. Whole new team Stux. Why is Soler still hitting? What does that say? Lead off? I lost it. I I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. We sent Farhan to commit sabotage. All Melvin Smart stop with the dumb excuses. All Yaz does is strike out. We did get a super chat. I want to say tough loss, but we fought all the way, and this keeps the streak alive. I hope Corona Accounting Solutions, you're still here. I see this was sent like 10 minutes ago. I don't think I even mentioned it. I saw it, and I was a little zoned out. $4.99. The Giants will zone you out. You might fall asleep. I laid in my bed for a minute there and just turned the radio. I didn't have a good feeling on it, but it was a close game. But my goodness, the only score we got was from I'm clicking it and it's not showing up. Is everything okay here? There, it finally did. The only score we got was from the Dodgers rookie throwing a wild pitch, which we can't always rely on. Hope for luck to save our butts. And Tyler hit a home run. Everyone else needs to hit too. It is 4 consecutive games with a home run for Tyler Fitzgerald. The MLB record, I believe, is 8 with Don Mattingly and I believe Ken Griffey Jr. tied that record, and also Dale Long from back in the day. But yeah, that's the recap of this one. There's really nothing else to say. Tomorrow, another day, another way. And, you know, this series is just one game in. Giants have a chance to win some games here in Los Angeles and try to win this series. But if not, looks like my internet's really going slow right now. And if not, we're getting towards the trade deadline and we're running out of time to convince the front office that this team is a winning team. If I'm the front office, I'm like, you guys got to prove it to me. You have April, May, June, July, 4 full months to show me you're a winning team and you're gonna be a credible threat in the postseason. You ain't done nothing close to show that. Nothing close. So, yeah, we swept the Rockies, I believe, at Oracle, and then just lost to them in another series, and we'll be playing them again soon. One sweep. One freaking sweep. I'm at the MLB website, and there's supposed to be a little arrow pop up so I can drag this over. And there it pops up after 20 minutes. I hate this website. We'll check out the scores of the other games as well, but I do want to see the preview for tomorrow's game. I apologize. My internet is, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look what I got. Look what I'm working with. Sell the team. JB28. Sell the team. I don't know how I'm even streaming. If my internet is that slow, all I got is a white screen. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm very frustrated. Webb is overrated. Bad offense and bad bullpen every game. I literally don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. Why is the website not loading? This will come back here, I guess. That play in the outfield was Ramos' fault. Well, Ramos is the center fielder. He's got to take charge. He's got to call it off. Richard Torres. Got to get rid of Farhan. Threaten the postseason. LOL. Come on, Eric. You've been drinking the Rothberg Kool-Aid. Maybe you didn't understand what I was saying. Maybe I wasn't clear. I said they're not a threat in the postseason, and they've done anything but prove that they are. That's what I said, Robert Rocha. You the man, though, but I said they're not a threat in the postseason. I didn't say this team's a threat in the postseason. But I ain't going to get freaked out. I freaked out the other day, a couple weeks back, when I said San Diego State, and then someone was like, bro, it's San Jose State. You said San Jose State. I was like, no, I didn't. And then someone else was like, yeah, bro, you did. And I freaked out. And I was like, I would never make that mistake. Never. And then we rewinded it, and sure enough, I did not say San Jose State. Can you confirm? Can you see the Giants selling all their short-term contracts, including Snell and Chappie, unless they have a gentleman's agreement to opt in next year? We can still go for a run with replacements. A guy called Ed. I apologize, Robert. I'm going to freak out on you. I get a little crazy sometimes. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I gave the Giants a little too much credit. Rothberg is the only one delusional enough to think this is a threat in the playoffs. Well, I don't even think Robert Rothberg thinks that the team we've been seeing the last week is a team that could possibly be a threat in the playoffs. This team needs to make changes to have a threat in the playoff. They need to really, I mean, it's not even about making roster changes, it's about playing better, playing up to your potential. These guys aren't playing. Look at Stillwhite. Like, I don't know what's going on with my internet. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Is it the website? Maybe it's not me. Now, finally, it came up. It came up. Landon Knack tomorrow against Jordan Hicks. So Jordan Hicks is starting tomorrow. He's been a problem lately. Jordan Hicks has been, it looks like he's getting tired. He even said as much, that he's starting to feel some fatigue. Jordan Hicks is feeling some fatigue. Brandon Knack, well, we'll see. He's got a knack for making teams look crappy. So the Giants offense doesn't need any help with that. But the last 7 games, I just want to throw you some stats. The last 7 starts for Jordan Hicks, and he's been strictly a starter this year, he has 0-4 with a 5.97 ERA, 42 hits in 31 innings, 17 freaking walks, and only 31. I say only because he's Jordan Hicks. 31 strikeouts and 31.2 innings is good, but for Jordan Hicks, you know, he's usually even better than that. So he has not been great lately. Oh, the MLB website can go ahead and just go offline. I hate the MLB website. I think they're just trying to make it too fancy for their own good, like little things that are supposed to, little arrows that are supposed to load up, and they don't load up. And you know, partially it's my internet. I'm sure I don't have the fastest internet ever created, but good Lord, MLB website's crap. But yeah, so Knack against Hicks tomorrow. I mean, is anybody feeling good? Is anybody feeling that Hicks is going to dominate Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Shohei freaking Ohtani? Does anybody think Ohtani's not going deep tomorrow against Hicks? We held him at bay today. You think we're going to do that again tomorrow? And by the way, that was an impressive home run in the All-Star game. And speaking of the All-Star game, how did the Giants represent themselves in the All-Star game? I'm just spitting facts. I'm not trying to hate. I was super excited to see them there. Logan Webb gave up a bunch of runs, and Elliot Ramos struck out. Yep. Haven't been able to keep up with Hicks. How hard is it? Does he throw as a starter? Is still 104. And I mean, he doesn't throw 104 very often because unless he really reaches back, he can get it up there. But obviously, he has to pace himself a little better. Yeah. Yeah. Giants will never get superstars. We're screwed. Yeah. Webb got lit in the All-Star game. He might have been the losing pitcher. He might have been the losing pitcher in that game. All right, let's find out. Just out of curiosity. Oh, Green was? Green. Green came in. It was Green versus Green. Yeah, I don't, you know, that All-Star game started out like terrible. They were doing on-field interviews. They were actually, it was even worse. There were reporters standing on the field, like getting ready to play, and he's standing there interviewing the pitcher on the pitching mound before the game's going to start. And then it would go to shortstop, and there's another guy on the, you know, interviewing the player on the field. I'm like, that is so cringe, man. That is so bad. Then they started the game, and they're interviewing like 4 or 5 at a time. Like, I'm not making it through this baseball game. But it finally stopped by like the 3rd inning. Yeah. Farhan should be calling Baltimore and offer them Snell. So here's the All-Star game. Like I said, obviously box scores are always crazy for the All-Star game. But it was, let's see if we can find him here. Ohtani went deep. There's Ramos over one with the strikeout. Webb gave up 3 runs, 3 hits, walk in an inning with a strikeout. Not a good inning, not a good showing, not a good showing at all. But you know what? It is what it is. Did you see my comment? Steven Ortega. But that's the least of our worries, honestly. To be quite honest, it's the least of our worries. Hopefully, maybe he got a little something out of his system and he'll be better next start. Eric, question, if we don't make the playoffs, who's to blame, Farhan or Melvin? And I'm clicking the comments and they're not popping up. Who is to blame, Farhan or Melvin? All day, Farhan. He put the team together. Who put this thing together? You seen Scarface? Who put this thing together? Me. That's Farhan right there, not Melvin. Melvin's just there to go argue with the umpires every so often. Melvin's just there to go argue every so often and just kind of give some speeches every once in a while. But no, realistically speaking, he's the president of baseball operations is where the baseball starts. Ownership got lots of money. They got lots of money. So I'm not even going to blame ownership. President of baseball operations. It goes to the top. I always say, who's at the top of what we're talking about? And it's Farhan Zaidi. Who's at the top? If there's a failure, who's at the top? Farhan Zaidi. And he put this team together. You could blame the GM. You can blame a scout. You can blame this. You can blame that. He put this team together. And I'm saying I like these guys. I do like these guys. And, you know, I mean, the guy who's playing the best, Ramos. He didn't draft Ramos, but I'll give Ramos, give him credit for not getting rid of Ramos. Give him credit for that. He signed Soler. Soler hit a ball 100 miles the other day. That's, you know, but he'll do that from time to time. But he's not, you know, the Wade trade was solid. Give him credit for that. The Bailey draft 2020 was a good draft pick. But, you know, I don't know, man. What are we lacking, dude? It's not it seems on paper like a decent team. And we're just, Giants now 48-53, 5 games below 500 again. I don't know what to say. Jackson is still on this rooster. I know it's a roster. Jackson is still here. Giants, by the way, sent Birdsong, and I know that and I understand that there are organizational reasons you would send him down. They sent him to San Jose, single A, low A. I get it. It doesn't mean anything. It's temporary. They'll bring him back up, and then they'll maybe send him to Sacramento. But just for confidence of a kid, man, you went out there and you had a great start. I ain't sending you to low A. There's no way. I guess the River Cats are out of town. I think they might be in. I'm not exactly sure. I'll double check that. I was thinking they were in Utah or something, but that's just wild to me. To send him all the way down to low A. I get it because it's San Jose, you know, like local, but still crazy. How is he not DFA'd yet? Talking about Luke Jackson. No idea. Never should have sent down Birdsong. Yeah, so obviously they talked to him. They didn't just say, hey, man, we're going to send you down. They explained to him, this is a roster decision. We need this spot here for a few starts. We need you to go down, be a team guy, go to San Jose, just hang out there. We'll bring you right back up. That's obviously what it was, but still something just like, I don't think I could do that. I don't like how they treat these guys like pawns on a chessboard. You know, you deserve to be here. You're here. You deserve to be here. That's the way I would think of it. Birdsong, you earned your spot. We're going to have to find some other way because you're not going nowhere. And then you piss them off for later on down the line when they become free agents, you know, when they have a chance or when they go to arbitration, they're not going to be as friendly. Something's wrong with my internet, at least my download speed. Apparently my upload speed's okay because you guys are seeing me, but I'm trying to like download this website, Sacramento River Cats. It's just not freaking, it's just not loading. I don't know what's going on. Boring offense. From now on, you guys run the show. I'm going to read comments only from here on out. From here on out, comments only. By the way, thank you to all the members for voting for the next video, for the next Humm Baby Baseball video. And the poll was conducted, and the winning video was the Major League Baseball Ultimate 26-man prison roster. So we're going for 26-man roster of the best MLB players who've done time. And the roster's looking pretty damn good. So look for that video in the next couple of days. Birdsong is a blessing. We have to keep him. That are rare. Guys needs to stay in the main roster, proved himself to stay. We need to draft superstars. We are the laughing stock of MLB. Stop drafting busts. Alex Radford, I say send Matos down, bring Encarnacion up. Encarnacion! 100%. If a guy's tearing it up down there, make it happen. Sometimes it's tough because you got to add him to the 40-man. Okay, they're in New Mexico and Texas, right? Oh, yeah, they're in New Mexico. So they're in Albuquerque and I assume Austin or Round Rock. Alex Radford. Yeah, so that's why they didn't want to demote him, because they didn't want to put him on an airplane. Understandable. It really does make sense, but at the same time, like, I don't like it. I don't like treating these players like this. Like, you belong here, you're here. That's the way I look at it. You belong here, you should be here. I'm not going to send you to low A just because it's in San Jose. Low A is low A. Low A is for players who are low. Now, if you're on rehab, that's one thing. If you're on rehab, it doesn't really matter. Just you send them wherever because they're on rehab. This was a genuine demotion. This was a genuine demotion. You're supposed to be in low A when like the week after you're drafted. That's about it. Giants did send sign a bunch of their free agent. Well, you know what, Johnny Cage? I'm glad you asked that question. Wander Franco, from my understanding, has not yet been actually convicted. He's been, he's been charged, and he's in court, or his court's either already started or is about to start. But the evidence looks pretty damning, and I'm pretty sure he's going away. So I was thinking to put him on the roster as like a prospect. He's the top prison prospect, Johnny Cage. So, and I needed a shortstop for the team. So I put together the 26-man roster, and I say, I need to put Wander Franco on here, and I'll just explain in the video. I'll just explain, like, obviously, Wander Franco has not yet been convicted, but he is the top prospect. And it looks pretty bad. But that said, if by some freaking miracle he gets off the hook and doesn't go to prison, then I guess take him off the roster. Or somehow, I mean, I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know. If he proves it, if they somehow prove that he didn't do anything, which it don't seem like it. If you follow that story, seems pretty freaking bad. But yeah, no, it's an impressive team. If you guys know, it's an impressive freaking 26-man roster. Like the World Series championship prison team right there. It's crazy how many players. A lot of this drug stuff. A lot of it's drug related. They get out of baseball and then they just go crazy on the drugs. Some of them while they were playing. Stay off the drugs. Stay off the drugs, doll. We're coming up on 30, and that's a wrap. So I just want to shout out a few more people here before we go. Robert Rocha, for all he needs to go, he's had plenty of time to put a winning together. He hasn't done. He needs to go. Johnny Cage, Duran hit the 2-run homer off Hunter Green. Yeah, that was a nice shot. I saw your comment. Yes, send Snell to the O's. Fire Farm, you want Jackson? Would I take Jackson Holiday at this point in time? Hell yes. I know that he had a tough start to his big league career, and I think he's kind of, demotivated, got sent back down to AAA. I think he kind of, so he's not playing that well. I think a change in environment, a new team, a new shot. I think he'll go to the River Cats, and I think he'll tear it up, and then we'll bring him up here, and he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. Webb, I don't know about that. I'm just kidding, but he'll be really good, but I don't think it's going to happen. Webb is your number 2 or 3 pitcher on a World Series contending team, but fits perfectly at number 1 for us. I love watching Webb. He's our dude. He's our dude. Snell, one more great outing, and then send him away for some young bats and young arms, whatever. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard, and it might happen. Vogt should have been the manager. Yeah, Vogt got hired as manager over in Cleveland. We just played them. Yeah, Stephen Vogt, manager of the Cleveland Guardians. Managers change so much. I used to have them all memorized. I used to know every single manager in Major League Baseball when I was a kid. I made it a point to memorize them, but I'm going to bring it up here. I'm not even going to try. Like some of these guys, a lot of newbies. Ron Washington, I know, went to the Angels. Kevin Cash still with the Rays. Obviously, Bochy with the Rangers. Troy Lovola was at the All-Star game. Obviously, Brian Snitker. Craig Counsell, always think of him with the Brewers. Now he's with the Cubs. David Bell, Bud Black. He's bouncing around to different teams. Dave Roberts, I guess they're just going to keep him forever. Skip Schumacher, Pat Murphy. I totally forgot Pat Murphy got hired by the Brewers. I completely forgot about that. But yeah. Pat Murphy. He's been around for a long mother-freaking long time. Back to the chat. Raiders are a joke. Raiders going 16-1. Johnny Cage. Humm baby needs a Hummer. Fire Farhan Zaidi. Thank you guys so much. Melvin doesn't have any reliable bullpen arms. You know, we have a few guys. The bullpen's not the biggest problem when you're scoring 2 runs a night. Today, Ryan Walker pitched a scoreless inning. Eric Miller gave up a run, but Rodriguez came in, cleaned it up. The bullpen wasn't that bad. In fact, the Giants pitching wasn't that bad. You held the Dodgers to 3 runs, 6 hits. If you told me beforehand you're going to hold the Dodgers to 3 runs, 6 hits, will I take that? And they're going to have a rookie making his big league debut? I feel like we're in good shape. We lost the game, y'all. We lost the game. Runners in scoring position, by the way. Stat of the day, the Giants went 0 for 7. But the player of the game is Tyler Fitzgerald for his 4th home run in 4 consecutive freaking games. Home run in 4 straight games. If he hits one tomorrow, he's going to start. I mean, he's already getting some hype. But if he hits one tomorrow, ESPN will pick up the story. Everyone will pick up the story. It'll be a hot story. And they'll start playing his at-bats, like when he comes to the plate, like they used to do with Barry Bonds, and everything would stop on every other game on TV, and they would switch to the Bonds at-bat. That's what'll happen. If he does, I don't think he's going to do it, and he's got to do it. He's done it 4 straight. He's got to do it in 4 more to tie the record. That's nuts. He's probably not going to do that, but he's halfway there. It'd be crazy if he actually did it. It'd be an amazing thing to see. And he's not even that big of a power hitter, I didn't think, but dang, he is now. Wake the F up. Thank you. 39 peeps in the chat. Giants need to claim Paxton. Well, I'll tell it to you like this. If the Giants win the next 3, wait a minute. It's a 3-game series. It's a 4-game series, right? Yeah, it's a 4-game series, I think. If the Giants win the next 3 and win 3 out of 4, I'll be gifting 10 memberships. 10 memberships if the Giants can win the next 3 games. We need to claim DiMaggio. You're right. That would be nice. That would be nice. Giants did sign a whole bunch of their draft picks, and that's good. So they'll be heading off to the minor leagues, and hopefully they can be here to help next year. I'm not saying I'm giving up on the year. If I was, I'd be playing taps. I'm not giving up, but I might be giving up next month. We might have taps in August. Usually I hope not to play taps till September, if at all. But we might have August taps this month if the Giants don't get it going. But yeah, they did make a trade. They got Mike Baumann from the Mariners for cash, which, I don't know if he's going to single-handedly get us out of this situation, but we'll take a look anyway. Signed some of our draft picks: Robert Hipwell, Ben Peterson, undrafted free agent, Andy Polanco, Jeremiah Jenkins, big slugger from Maine, Xander Darby, UC Santa Barbara, Charlie McDaniel as a undrafted free agent from Presbyterian, Hunter Dryden, we signed Ryan Slater from Florida, Evan Gray, Nico Mazza. We still got to sign our first round pick though. Let's freaking go. But anyway, Mike Bauman is a new San Francisco Giants. Mike Bauman, okay? Bauman, okay? 2-0, and then he got, anyway, this is his third team of the year. 3-0 on the year, coming out of the bullpen, 4.41 ERA. Nothing to write home about, but he did have a full productive season for the Orioles last year. He was very good out of their pen, so the walk rate's a little high. He doesn't strike out everyone, but decent strikeout stuff. So we'll see how Mike Bauman does. So instead of making an individual video, there it is. Big Mike. Big Mike is on the Giants, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. Thank you, guys. Taps, please. We're not making the playoffs. This team is still taps, taps, taps. Y'all want taps? It's too early for taps, y'all. It's too early for taps. But hey, if you want taps, Giants, just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get there. But I hope the Giants can turn around. Look, I'm a Giants fan. I don't like to be negative. I don't like to be negative in the streams. But I got to also say how it is. And how it is bad. Have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for the support. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, player of the game, Tyler Fitzgerald. I'm going to be rooting for you, Tyler, to hit another bomb tomorrow. And we'll talk to you guys then after the game. See ya. Thank you for that super chat. Also, Jason Corona, I believe it was the only one of the day. Keeping the streak alive. You are the man, Jason Corona. Thank you guys again. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.
Swing, and there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye!
Deep to right field, ranging back Tatis, all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. There it comes. And the throw. Not in time. And this one is over.
I mean, why waste my time? Every single freaking year, I get myself juiced up with this stupid team, and at 43 years of age and 3 kids, enough already. One time! Not 20! One lousy time! Gee whiz! Every single, beep that GD! Every single time! Ah, come on, will you please? Can you beat the Florida Marlins one time? 4 straight losses in that ballpark. Not to mention Busch Stadium in 87. Not to mention 93-12-1 last year. They spit it up every single time. The game in Wrigley Field, nobody beats the Cubs. We can't beat them in 98. Nobody beats them. We stink. The Mets, the lousy Mets did it to us. Gosh, every time. I never win.